Hi everybody, I'm Spike and welcome to another Japanese self-taught lesson in Rosetta Stone. It's been 4 days since the last video upload. I have been busy over the weekend sorting out my vehicle, and I also had an issue with the most recent Windows 10 update, security update, that tanked my PC. I nearly lost everything. Oh, everything's moved. There we go. So I've been busy for the past 48 hours trying to repair that in command prompt, but it is what it is. Anyway, today in Rosetta Stone, Japanese Level 1, Unit 1 Language Basics, we have got ourselves to the end. As you can see on the 13th, on last week, I did the last couple of modules, the speaking modules, into the review. You can see that video on the previous list of the playlist. So today, Monday, we're going to start on the lesson 5, Milestone. This nice little end globule. It's only 10 minutes long. I have no idea what this is going to entail. But here's hoping that it starts off slow and ramps up, and it's going to show us a lot of the things that we've already gone through in all of these lovely, beautiful modules. So I assume it will probably take from the core lessons more than anything. And maybe like a couple of dips out of the bits and pieces here, but I could be wrong. So without further ado, I've got my sheets of the alphabet that I managed to get down. I've got my tenses all going, and obviously numbers at the top, ready to go just in case I need a bit of reference. So let's set up this microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, and let's go straight in. Now, there's a high chance this camera actually stayed on point with where it's supposed to be. There we go. That's better, a bit more central. There's a chance that it's just going to dip me straight into the lesson, and I'm going to be speaking straight away. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, so that's one dog. That's two dogs. That person touching water.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
犬を飼っていますか?
Hi. Hi. 犬を飼ってます。
はい、犬を飼っています。
Okay, let's come sit down. 何を読んでいますか? 何をしていますか?
何をしていますか? 本を読んでいます。
何をしていますか? これは何ですか?
これは何ですか? これはコーヒーです。カップを持っていますか?
Hi. カップ持っています。Oh no. Hi.
はい、
カップを持っています。Yeah, okay, that's where I was going. Hi. カップを持っています。
はい、カップを持っています。
So now they pour in the drink. Yeah. There you go. Drink the drink.
何を持っていますか?
Oh, I don't know this one. Uh-oh. パン
パ
を持
ンを持って
っいま
います。
パンを持っています。Damn!
パンを持っています。
That's a little harder with conversational Japanese in context rather than singular, making me think on the spot. Nani o motte imasu ga?
何を持っていますか
Oh, listen bits.
リンゴを持っています。
Okay, now you're cutting the apple. To eat the apple. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'm eating the bread. The dog's eating the bread.
犬は何をしていますか
Hi. No. Iie.
食べてい
Oh,
ます。
tabiteimasu. He's eating. Tabiteimasu. Oh, this is going. This is
食べています。
ridiculous. What? Again, no context at all, but you know, it is what it is. So this is going to be sayonara. Or maybe a walk. Okay. I mean, for the milestone to be 5 correct, 3 incorrect, 62%, I mean, I'm not happy with it at all. That's why I'm going to repeat it. But that's... difficult.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
犬を飼っていますか
Inu o katteimasu. Hi, inu o katteimasu.
はい、犬
So,
を
is
飼
that
っ
your
て
dog?
います。
Yes, he is my dog. Oh, the dog is mine. Let's come sit. Nani o yonde imasu ka? Nani o shite imasu ka?
何をしていますか 本を読んでいます。
Kore wa nan desu ka? Kore wa
こ
nan
れ
desu
は
ka?
何ですか
Oh my god, Nani. Fuck this. Get out. Let me restart. How do I restart? Let me restart. No, 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 no. Come on. Fuck off. I want to restart. Thank you. Oh, this is annoying. Again, because there's a lack of context in this program. I see where people complain about Rosetta Stone having now used it for like 2 months. Despite having owned it for a decade plus. Actually getting down to using it, there isn't much context.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
And it needs to be a bit quicker on the ball.
犬を飼っていますか
Hi. Inu o katteimasu.
はい、犬を飼っています。
Sit. Nani o shite imasu ka? What are you
何を
doing?
していますか
I am reading.
本を読んでいます。
Kore wa nan desu ka?
これは何ですか
What's in there?
これはコーヒーです。カップを持っていますか
Hi. Kappu wa motteimasu.
はい、カップを持っています。
Okay. And then we're drinking it. Yep.
何を持っていますか
Pan o motteimasu.
パンを持っています。
I have bread. I have some bread. Nani o motte imasu ka?
何を持っていますか？リンゴを持っています。犬は何をしていますか？
食べています。
食べています。
Come with us. Yeah. Yes, doing some walking. Yeah. There we go. That's what milestone is. It's a little bit of conversational. It's a little bit odd that the conversational that it picks, compared to some of the stuff learned in the whole of the core modules and stuff, is quite basic. I would have thought that it would have done it for each slide. But there it is. There it is. That's the milestone. I'm not quite sure what to do after that. It's a little shorter than I was expecting for a 10-minute doozy. But you know what? I think for the milestone for the start of the week. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm gonna take a look. What we got? Core Unit 2, core lessons. Yeah, the same sort of layout. And we've got the same sort of layout all the way through for these lessons. Okay. Okay. So that was the end of Unit 1. Having completed these from January the 19th, although we've got one here on the 28th, but that was because I went back and repeated some. Or actually, I went back and had to redo a couple. So there's January 19th, February the 2nd through to was it the 4th or the 5th, I think? The 3rd into the 4th, before all of the court stuff through February, where I had to then take a break. Which then got us to the 24th of February for the core lesson here. And then some more stuff happened at the end of that month, which led to the loss of a week. And now we've done March through to the 12th and 13th. Do you know what? I don't think that's been too bad to try and do as many dailies as possible to get through all of this listing. And each module, you know, I've been taking it slow, doing one or in pairs at a time for video upload. I think what I'm going to do, now that I've done the milestone and I know what to expect of the milestone, I think I'm going to repeat all of this in my own time, just straight through. I think I might dedicate tomorrow or Wednesday to do that. And I'm going to repeat from 1 all the way through to milestone, just straight through. I would recommend those who are watching these videos that you do the same. Go back for this one, for core unit 1, I'd probably recommend, because I did this one where I went straight through and did the core review and rinsed and repeated the entire set of modules. I'd probably specifically target the longer format videos where you can go through all of this material in one chunk, then all of this material in one chunk, then all of this material again, you know, and spend the time, instead of having to go for each individual single video, even though there are informational pieces in each part where I've ended up finding out something about the language, where I've made alphabetized kanji notifications of the sounds for how they are pronounced. Yeah. And the same for numbers, and then tenses. See what I mean? Okay. I mean, by all means, if you want to go through each individual single video to redo all of this stuff, then by all means be my guest. But I'd highly recommend going from the core lesson 1 all the way through all of these modules and just smash it out. That's what I'm going to be doing off stream. I've already repeated these a couple of times off stream after making the videos and uploading them, just for my own peace of mind, just so it's as cemented in as possible. But I'm going to repeat all of these in order straight through either tomorrow or Wednesday, I think, before moving on to the start of Unit 2 and core lesson 1 in Unit 2, because that's obviously going to be an introduction. It's a big 30-minute chunker. Most of these are, yeah, they are 30 minutes. Are they all 30 minutes? That doesn't say because I've completed it. I'd assume the core lessons are 30 minutes on each one. But yes, before starting greetings and introductions, I'm going to rinse and repeat all of this at least once, just straight through. Again, that's probably going to take most of a day to do. Whether I do it tomorrow or Wednesday, either or. I do have meetings and project planning this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I'm going to fit this around then. So there might not be a video upload tomorrow or Wednesday, as I am already prior busy with these music projects and stuff that I'm working on. So that was the milestone for today. That's the start of this week, and at some point during this week, when I get a chance, either tomorrow evening or Wednesday evening, I will be starting the core lesson, and we'll go from there. I'll pick it back up and go through there. I'm not going to start this until I've done another rinse and repeat of all of these from start to finish, including the milestone. Clearly having the 3 or 4 day gaps between video to video in doing these lessons, I've reached that sort of plateau where the knowledge is there, it's mostly cemented in, but there is some degradation after 3 to 4 days of not doing it regularly. So that's why I'm recommending that after doing this live with me, if you are then watching the repeat that gets put up on YouTube, then obviously repeat these lessons yourself if you find that useful. Again, do it all in your own time. I'm taking quite a casual approach to this in teaching myself, and again making notes about the language and how it formulates, how it conjugates together, where the nouns, verbs, adjectives all sort of fit, how they get shortened, whether they become binders in the language, whether they elongate things in the language, whether they simplify things and condense them, etc. For the context in Japanese. I'm supplementing that with watching my ordinary animes, but instead of now being dubbed English, I've moved over to Japanese subbed. So it's original Japanese OVA or OST over the top, and then I've just got English subtitles, so I can associate the English with the sounds that I'm hearing that I've learnt from Rosetta Stone. Obviously, there's still quite a few gaps, and also do not forget that with animes and mangas that are animated mangas and such, any series, they don't specifically use ordinary everyday Japanese, culturally used Japanese in those programs, depending on the age group that they are targeting. So there are some inconsistencies in picking up the language from from animes, mangas, etc. So just be careful with that. Be mindful of it. There are a couple of good resources as well, from various other content creators that I do quite enjoy. Let me see if I can find one right now. Oh, it's not going to let me with that kind of internet connection, is it? Um, okay, so the first one is this guy. That's Yuta on Instagram. He has some quite useful Japanese tips. I'll show you an example of his page. So as you could see, you've got panels that it's not going to focus on it all, unfortunately. But you get the idea. Each one of those is like one of the modules. Let's say we go to the first one. This is the first one. Do you use des or mas with friends? And then you can scroll to the slide. There's a question that gets highlighted, and then he starts going into the language and the nuances. For example, you get the picture. Each one's got, several slides to each section, and he also does some short form videos that explain some of these without superseding these panels. I find that he's quite useful to learn from, which is where I've got some of like the grammar tense stuff, which is nice. So I'm going to extrapolate some of his bits and pieces from my own materials. I would also recommend on YouTube, if I can now find these guys. Where's my history? Ah, yes. So I have a couple. The first one is right there. Easy Japanese podcast, learn Japanese with us, which is with Masa and Asami. And then another podcast is by Yu. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. But this one, which is a pretty good podcast. I think, do I already have Oyasami? I don't think I have Oyasami. Or do I? Here's another one. Japanese with Shun, which is another easy beginner to intermediate podcast. And another one finally is a Japanese podcast with Hannah. These are all recommended to pick up listening to the Japanese language, to disseminate sounds and how sentences get formed, with how Rosetta Stone has taught us how they formulate in the grammar. Again, a very easy concept for a lot of Western English speakers to understand is, imagine how Yoda speaks from Star Wars. For example, young disciples there are. That's how you would want your English to literally translate back into Japanese, where there are is at the end, immerse, and then it reads the opposite way. Okay, that's the easiest mechanic I've found to learning and formulating Japanese sentences when coming up against the individual words that make up the sentence, and then pinpointing where the noun is, where the adjective is, where the verb is, whether it becomes a pronoun, whether it stays as an adverb, whether it conjugates, whether it's got a binder in it, etc., etc. And those things that then change the ending of certain things to be in the correct tense, whether it's proper polite Japanese, whether it's plain impolite Japanese, and then also being able to relate those words into the hiragana, katakana, and the kanji that gets used in their language, and what each one does and means. So they are my tips, having reached this milestone, for engaging in and learning Japanese thus far. Again, this is now the 27th video of my documented progress in Rosetta Stone through all of these modules. Each one is up on my YouTube channel. I'm still not yet affiliate on Twitch, so my videos do not stay on Twitch for any longer than 7 days. They get deleted. So if you want to get into seeing those, anyone who watches the live stream of this video, go over to YouTube if you miss your chance. In those 7 days, the link is on my channel, on my channel's page. And the same on YouTube. If you are seeing these videos and watching these videos and you are enjoying the content, please join me on Twitch. The link is on my YouTube page. And join me for the live streams of these. It would be great to talk live in chat and to, learn, discuss, trade notes, do tips. And if you want to learn with me, where it's, we're helping each other out, or we're going through repetitions, things that other people might not understand, don't forget I'm neurodivergent. So there are some things I am doing or may do that could potentially differ to neurotypical people. Just to forewarn those who do watch, where you might go, well, why has he done that? Why isn't he doing it this way? That could potentially be a reason why. If that is a hurdle for anyone, please let me know, and I will do my very best to come up with a solution to that problem, or a workaround of the hurdle that might be a process that I'm doing that may not translate. Okay, so that's what I'm all here for. It's about to build community, and to socialize, to make friends, and to converse with people, and just to generally expand one's knowledge. I'm documenting my own progress doing this, but I'm hoping that the videos that do go up either on live stream on Twitch or when they go up on my YouTube channel for anyone to enjoy later on, or who searches for them, I hope that people are getting something out of my documented process with regards to these lessons. And obviously, with them being videos, you can then rewatch them, pause at any individual point, and play back any one of those with any one of these slides for your own purposes, your own learning, etc. So I hope that I'm making it relatively easy. If I'm going to try and keep a standard, I'm held on a slide for X amount of time, so they're going to be a bit easier to pause and to play in. If I had an editor, obviously everything would be time-stamped, but I don't. I'm just one person, little me. So that's just where we're at for now. So again, I'm going to repeat these in my own time, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Once I've completed that, I will be getting on to the core lesson of Unit 2, which is greetings and introductions. So we'll be getting to a more conversational learning by the sounds of it, with regards to, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, reading, writing, listening, writing, etc. So this might be quite a bit more taxing now that in the language basics we've learned how singles, plurals have worked, proper impolite language, plain Japanese works, how the grammar sort of interpolates within itself, as mentioned. And then we've had a quick talking exercise in conversation towards the end on the milestone, which I suppose is the precursor of what's going to happen next. That's it from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this rather short milestone video. Obviously, it's not a very interactive, learnable video, I suppose. apart from watching me make a few mistakes and having to repeat it and getting annoyed with myself. But, you know, I can't be perfect every time, as much as my OCD might want me to be. So, that's the milestone. That's the entire of Unit 1 of the core lessons and modules done. I'm Spike. This has been self-taught lessons of Japanese in Rosetta Stone. Hope you've liked the material. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe at twitch.tv/crunked7up and youtube.com/xofficina. I hope that you enjoy the content. There will be more coming throughout this week. As always, stay safe, look after each other, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.